JP Morgan is sued by a couple who say the investment bank sold $10 million in jewelry they left in a safety deposit box. A well-heeled couple is suing JP Morgan over claims it sold $10 million worth of jewelry they had stored in a safety deposit box at the bank. Jorge and Stella Araneta said after years of having safety deposit boxes with the bank in 2016, JP Morgan began sending their bill to the wrong address and caused them to fall behind on their payments. They alleged the bank sent warnings that the box contents would be removed if payments were not made, but that those warnings were also sent to an incorrect address. After the accounts went unpaid for nearly a year, the couple said in 2017, JP Morgan drilled into the boxes and removed the contents, which consisted of rare coins, jewelry, and precious metals, according to Bloomberg. The Arenetas said the bank did not successfully notify them until 2019 and that they brought their account current immediately after learning what had been happening. Though the bank assured them their valuables would be returned, the couple alleged JP Morgan later sold them at auction for $552,700, a mere fraction of their multi-million-dollar value. The Arenadas live in the Philippines but have addresses in Miami and Manhattan where their invoices from JP Morgan had been being sent since they opened their accounts in 2006. In their suit, they said 10 years later the bank began sending invoices to a P.O. box in Louisiana and they never saw them or following warnings about back payments. As the accounts went unpaid, they said JP Morgan finally sent a warning saying their boxes would be drilled into and their contents removed if payments were not received within 60 days. That warning was also sent to the Louisiana address, and in February 2016, the bank drilled into 4 boxes and moved their contents to storage. It wasn't until 3 years later they said they were notified about what had happened. They said they paid up and the bank assured them their belongings would be safely returned. But the Arenadas alleged that 10 months later the bank instead auctioned all the stuff off. Now I find this kind of interesting because I feel like if they could prove that the bank knew what the correct address was and did not send it to the correct address, maybe they actually have a case to potentially make the $10 million back. But if they can't prove it, like if they never updated their address information with the bank at all, if there's no history of that, then they probably lost close to $9.5 million, which sucks. So maybe not deal with safety deposit boxes. Or at the very least, pay attention to the banks where you have a whole bunch of money or jewelry in.